Look at who we're bloody joined with today, hey? Who is this guy?
All right.
What a treat.
What a treat. Welcome back to Total Barnage. Welcome back to another episode. I'm joined today with...
Oh, me, Ben, the cameraman.
And Charlotte.
We were just chatting just before the episode started. We were talking, so today is going to be a little throwback Thursday, little throwback video. And it's going to be about, COVID and training in COVID, our stories, our experiences, what crazy things some people did, the rules. Like we'll get into it, but we were chatting, and we have today on the episode our videographer,
Beloved videographer.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Benjamin Slade.
First time on the podcast.
This must be such an interesting. How does it feel sitting in the?
It feels odd because I'm usually behind the cameras, obviously watching you guys. So to be here is a bit. Yeah, I don't know where to look.
Ben, are you nervous?
No, I think I might just look at whoever's talking and then go from there. But thank you for having me, guys.
That's all right.
You're
That's a really
so welcome.
It was last minute, but it's like, Ben, do you want to come on the podcast? And it's like, okay, I've been wanting to try it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Well, here we go. Straight into it. No, it's a good social cue. Just look at whoever's talking to you, and you can't go wrong.
Thanks, mate. I will.
Or just do what I do, and I just sometimes stare into the floor and nod my head.
Right, so we get straight into it though. Obviously, COVID. Now it's 2026. It was over 6 years ago now.
Wow.
Around this time, 6 years ago, we would be a couple of weeks into the first lockdown. And I guess, should we go? We'll go straight into it. The home workout setups.
Lit.
Charlotte,
Yeah.
you had a cool little home workout setup. Talk to us.
The home workout setups, first of all, that I created. Second of all, that I witnessed were mental, man. I mean, Ben's going to tell some great stories as well. I'm sure you've got a few, Charlie, but some of the stuff I did, I was quite fortunate, to be fair. So my mum already had a few kettlebells and stuff because she's an almond mum. She's always had a couple of weights.
Almond mum?
Almond mum. My mum's such an almond. She was literally eating a bag of almonds the other day.
What's an almond mum?
Unsalted almonds, just nibbling on them. Almond mums, it's like a Gen Z term of really healthy mums who don't give their kids.
What did you think it was, Ben?
I don't know. Like she's a bit
nutty,
dry.
Dry woman.
Well, she's a nutty mum.
I mean, she is a bit nuts as well. She's crazy, but no, she's just a healthy. She used to literally give us cottage cheese and stuff when we were younger. All the kids would get Nature Valley bars as their break time snack, and we'd be getting bruised bananas for our break snack and the banana guard.
Sounds delicious.
Sounds very healthy, and actually, bless her, it's probably made me a bit healthier these days. But yes, where do I start? I spent about 300 quid on my student loan on overpriced gym equipment, but that also includes dumbbells that one of my mates at uni was making out of cement and pipes.
How did they have the resources for
cement? Bro was just getting creative, and he made some profit. I'll tell you that. I remember him selling them on his, putting them on his story. My housemates hated me because the cement would draw in the water and then it'd get the salt on it, and I'd keep them in the living room. But if I couldn't work out, it was fine. My setup at home was fine. I had kettlebells and stuff, but I couldn't take them to uni really because mum needed to use them. So if I was coming to uni, I needed equipment. I bought 2 24 kg kettlebells off Facebook Marketplace.
How much it cost you?
That was 120 quid. Then I spent about 130 quid on a barbell, which was a pretty crap. I've still got it. It's a pretty crap barbell, but. You got to do what you got to do. Then 2 25 kg plates. It's probably over 300 quid, plus the dumbbells, which I probably spent about 80 quid on.
Easily.
Cement dumbbells as well. 80 quid. Why did I do that?
Cement dumbbells. Do you still have them?
I think we chucked them. I've still got the plates.
Kept them.
I know I should have.
Framed them.
My mother hated them.
Heavy frame.
My mum
Heavy frame.
hated them. Heavy frame. No, mum hated them. I'd also use my lifting straps to hold kettlebells together. So I'd double up the kettlebells and just my hand was like that. so I was lifting more weight. I added kettlebells on the end of my barbell because I had two 25 kg plates, but obviously
You're like, there's a video.
I've literally got, the list goes on.
There's a guy who's training for what they call, badminton.
Yeah.
And it's basically a guy in his basement that just loads up his barbell and will deadlift literally anything. So it might be like chains. He'd be standing on like a skateboard. He'd be balancing on something. He'd do like a Zercher
Was this
squat.
During COVID?
This is,
Or
I,
no,
don't, I think this is
before
just,
COVID?
This is a normal
this
guy.
has come out of COVID.
He's just still doing it.
I think
He's
I
still
remember
doing it.
someone doing that during COVID.
Maybe he's still
Maybe it's the
doing
same
it.
person.
It probably is. I mean, he's lifting a lot, and
Wow.
it just looks like, have you not got anything, normal to do?
So crazy. So crazy.
What sort of workouts were you doing then? Like, were you training normally, but just with like obscure equipment?
You know what? As I said, not as I said, but I'm sure as some people know, I've been training for quite a long time anyway. So I started training when I was 15. So I kind of was already set in like resistance training, right? But I did like kind of functional fitnessy stuff, and it definitely COVID. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like COVID definitely brought in like the high intensity interval training boom. Like Joe Wicks was just absolutely raking it in. And there was also this girl called Chloe Ting, who I know, I actually never followed her workouts, but she had loads of workouts on YouTube, like get abs in 2 weeks. And I had loads of mates who would follow that. But yeah, I mean, I also made a squat rack out of like my kitchen stools. Crazy. And then some illegal stuff, which, that sounds wild.
It sounds a bit Breaking Bad.
Sounds like Breaking Bad. No, when I was at uni, I was friends with this PT from my uni gym, and he just knew other PTs and fitness people around the area, right? Because he lived there. And there was one time where we went to, so there was this guy in Leicester who had made this massive home gym pre-lockdown, but he spent like over like £1 million on it, like literally like, spent so much money on it.
He gets about 6 dumbbells.
Maybe it can't be million. That sounds mental.
That's a lot of money.
100,000?
Quite a couple 100,000, because it was a really, really good what's it called?
Setup.
A home gym setup. Yeah, it was big, and he was charging people to come and use it. And we went, and literally sod's law, the day we went to use it, the police turned up, and then we went to another one as well. There was another one that my friend Sabby, he knew another guy who had a little home gym set up, and we did that. And then again, we had
Still naughty.
Sorry, what happened when the police turned up?
Rule breaking. Well, we went, so the guy told us, he rushed and grabbed us from the gym, and we went inside the house because the police they couldn't come inside the house. And he was just chatting to them.
Oh yeah, of course.
And was saying that no one was in there, but we were literally in the gym, and I was literally, my heart was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm literally a uni student. What the hell am I doing? It's one of those literally, what the hell am I doing moments. But that's the desperation that I had because I just missed the gym so much. It was horrible.
People were going pretty insane,
yeah.
to be fair.
I love other bits of training, but that's where I just wish I was a runner, where that was my sole purpose of training, because I just feel like that was
or a cyclist. Ben, you're saying that
yeah.
you worked in a bike warehouse.
I did. I worked for a bicycle company, White Bikes, and basically when COVID happened, all 3 warehouses were completely empty. All the bikes sold.
How quickly did they sell out?
Yeah, that's a.
I'm trying to remember now because obviously the first lockdown, because I was fortunate enough to. My life was still pretty normal because I believe old Boris let bicycles and companies still run, so I was still going into work every day.
He did love his bikes.
Sorry,
he did love his bikes.
Did love his
bikes.
He did, and still does. Who knows? and it was probably. I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe a month or 2. I mean, they were going fast. I mean, we're all just staying a little bit later to load up. And all the bikes were going to the shops and getting sold quickly. So all 3 warehouses were really empty. I've never seen that before. No, you could not get a bike. Even I couldn't get a bike. I mean,
you sold your bike.
I think even the display ones, the X-Demo bikes. Yeah. It was a crazy time. But what's funny, just jumping forward now, of course, when you go to the, you go to the tip. For example, I did recently, and there's loads of bikes there. Just like during
way.
lockdown, you could not get one. So
Yeah.
that's, I did think about that recently. I thought, wow.
I wonder if people were going to the tips in lockdown to just see what they could find.
Were you able to go to the tip in lockdown?
Well, I
Surely.
mean, probably
that's a good
illegally,
point.
right? I don't know, I wasn't there.
But anyway, no, bikes were selling fast because I don't know when you were allowed to go out cycling, but I suddenly saw, I don't know if you guys remember, suddenly saw a lot of cyclists out more than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember mates like that were running and maybe even cycling up in London, and it was just a ghost town. Like they could run through Central,
So crazy.
and it's just like apocalyptic kind of.
Oh my God, it's
I really wanted to go to, I mean, I know it wouldn't been worth it or kind of impossible, but I would love to have gone to London or a town just to see how
Peak lockdown.
empty it is.
Yeah.
That does lead me on to something else that I've just remembered. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
I remember when lockdown actually happened, the weekend before, I went to London with my now wife and we saw Hamilton. And it was a bit of a funny-ish kind of time because I thought we were going to have to cancel our tickets. It was just a rumor that this virus was, didn't really believe in it to begin with. I'm sure it will phase out, but it didn't, and it just kept,
Chinese virus.
it kept on coming, and World War Z, and so we went, and there was nothing in place. The trains were actually, I think, were they busy? I think they were busy because everyone maybe thought it was going to happen. It's going to happen soon. So I remember that the weekend before, and then bam, gone. So. Really crazy.
That's unlucky, man. To see Hamilton before then. Hey?
Oh, I know. It's a great show if you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't either.
I haven't seen anything.
Heard really good things about
Not a musical lover.
No, one of my PT clients,
Hates
Mark
that.
Chapman. My nickname from him is Cultural Wasteland.
Wow. I'm the opposite.
He says, Chuckles, you're a cultural
Chuckles, that's it.
wasteland.
They call you Chuckles.
And I said, thanks, Mark. It's really nice coming from you. Literally.
So you were at uni during lockdown.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. Yeah, same with Chuckles.
And you were
over
stuck
here.
Well,
there.
I was in my gap year,
Where were you?
and then
Okay.
lockdown hit March, and then I went to uni in September.
Yeah, so I was blessed, to be fair, because lockdown was my first year at uni. So I took a gap year, and then my first year at uni, lockdown started. But I had some friends that I made in my first year who were in their third year, and the third year was literally just lockdown. Like, can you imagine how crap that'd be? Awful. But yeah, like I ended up in my first year, I ended up coming home in like March because I was like, I was worried that we weren't going to be able to go if we went into lockdown, and I was like, I cannot be in lockdown, just stuck. Because in my accommodation, I had a studio. Like I didn't share with other people because I was too late to do that. Organisation, find a boss. So I was like basically going to be living on my own. Like if that was the case, I was like, I need to get home. So I just went home in March, and then remember coming back, and I was at the time living in the house with my mum, my eldest brother, and his girlfriend Pip, who is a nurse as well. And my mum was so pessimistic. Like she literally thought she was going to die, man. She was like, yeah. And well,
I mean, to be fair, the news was absolutely everywhere.
It was scary, and I know people who did like lose their parents in COVID. It's horrible. It's just one of those viruses that you just don't know how your body's going to deal with it as well. And I think at the time where we didn't have any vaccinations and stuff, people were just like, their bodies just couldn't deal with it at all, especially if you were like ill already. So it's really, really sad. But yeah,
that was the biggest thing, I think. If you were ill already or someone with health problems, then it was just scary because I think no one really knew, did they, what's going to happen and what's going to happen to you if you get it, and so on. But at least you got home.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, what I was going to say as well, and I talk about with COVID, so I really feel like COVID, I feel like it was like the catalyst of like the online fitness community. Like it was already a big place prior, but I feel like it really spurred a lot of people to get fitter, and B, to utilize online platforms to kind of either find workouts or find online coaching. I feel like that really kind of kickstarted online coaching properly as well. And there was a really funny story. I was meant to say this earlier about like home workout setups, but there's this coach in Tunbridge Wells called Harry Gripper, lovely boy. And
Harry's a good guy.
Harry's a good guy, fantastic runner as well. But he was doing online coaching classes. And I remember this video specifically of him doing a devil's press, which for those of you who don't know what a devil's press is, it's a burpee, but you use dumbbells and you go down and then you come up and you push the dumbbells in the air. He does this video of him doing it. He's doing like an online class for people to follow along, and he pushes his dumbbell in the air and just smashes a light bulb in his room. And I think he'd like not. There's a few other funny ones where he like knocked his head and stuff, but I just remember, it kind of.
Did he post it?
Yeah, he did. He put ages ago. He shared kind of like loads of bloopers of him when he was lifting, and that was just one of them. But I remember when it actually happened as well, and it was so funny. But yeah, I definitely think it was, if there was one good thing to come out of COVID for the fitness industry, is that I feel like it helped expand coaching beyond just face-to-face, which is pretty cool.
It's the same with like all work.
Yeah.
Really now.
Yeah.
It's like, work from home, out of the office.
Exactly.
Like people haven't really returned to, even though they can, they haven't returned to like being in the office 5 days a week.
No,
Proves that you don't have to.
Hybrid working now, so in the office 3 times a week and then at home the other, which happened to me as well.
Yeah, 100%.
But I guess because this is what I'm interested to hear from, I guess you two both, is you were into the gym during like and pre-COVID. I pretty much haven't been on the algorithms or following any fitness accounts until like recently, until the last couple of years. Yeah. I never really saw any of the online, like the home workouts. Like, I just don't remember that even being something that I did. Like I had a few weights and stuff at home, and I would do maybe, as many walking lunges as I can until I couldn't do any more, kind of thing, or just like going out on really long runs.
Yeah.
But I would never like follow along to a Joe Wicks or I don't know who even else is in
Functional fitness final bosses of the online world.
Yeah. What was it like? All of the messaging, like what was some of the craziest things that people started saying that you should be doing during COVID?
God.
Just trying to remember.
Yeah.
All I know is that Zoom really took off, online video calls, and I know people were doing, still doing their fitness classes with their coaches from gyms at home. That was a real big thing. Again, my wife did that. I joined in once or twice. I was like, oh, but it was fun.
But reluctantly.
Reluctantly.
So I've got nothing else to do.
I think I definitely found kind of working out at home so much more difficult to stay motivated. Like you had to really have that discipline in place, I feel, to like do it, because it's just like you're in this one small area, whereas in the gym you've got, I don't know if that's just the way my brain works. What do you think, Ben?
Well, it's a bit different because I was very lucky and very similar setup to Guy, but I was living in an annex, not a barn. It could have been a barn, and so I was upstairs, and it's a annex, but it's technically a coach house. Yeah. So you can drive, not that you'd want to, but you could drive a coach through the middle. And on one side, there's 2 small garages. They'd be big enough to probably fit a little smart car in one of them. And I had a gym down there, but I had to buy everything like everyone else. And as I was just saying before we started, that a friend of mine at the time wanted to come and live with me because he didn't know what to do, and maybe didn't want to be alone. Yeah. And we jumped in his van and went to Fitness Superstore in Tunbridge Wells in the intention of buying everything they had. And we thought, no one else would have this idea. Oh boy, we were wrong. And there was a queue coming outside. I mean, we walked away with, I think, 2 or 3 resistance bands and
so depressing, man.
Some barbell clips.
And that place has literally got
and even that was it. They didn't have anything else. So I spent I think I spent about $3,000 buying everything from various websites. So I said Wish was one of them. I had some dumbbells that came. I had a
that's pretty impressive that you can get them from the Wish.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't that good, but yeah. Oh yeah, and a bench that came, but the bench failed us once when it just went click and then kind of fell apart, but it was fine.
Oh my God.
And
Was it fine?
I mean, I threw it away, but, it did what it needed to do, is what I like to say. And had so I'm trying to think what I got. So I got a new one from actually the Fitness Superstore. It was a long order, but I managed to get one, and I had a barbell, as I said, 2 sets of dumbbells. And
You got the Rogue barbell, didn't you?
yes. So I found that Rogue over in the US, they were still very much active, because I don't think COVID hit America just yet. And so I, at great expense, ordered 2 20-kilo dumper plates. Bumper, not
Dump
dumper.
trunk plates.
Dump truck.
I ordered a dump truck. 2 20-kilo bumper plates and a very nice Rogue bar, because at the time I was very heavily into CrossFit, and their bars, it had a whip to it for doing cleans. So I felt pretty good. I got all this stuff. Oh yes, and I also had a treadmill, but it only went up to a speed of 12.
And like a walking pad situation.
It's like a walk, but not a jog, and it was tiny. But that was but it was good. It's such good fun. But I had a PT at the time before COVID happened. Shout out to Hayden Rolfe, and who was brilliant, and he used to come over when you were allowed to, I think, have what was it? I think you were allowed to have someone come,
like
but
a
be
friend,
be outside.
And,
Do you remember?
And you were outside.
So there was. I mean, I think we might have exchanged elbows.
Yeah,
but maybe,
the little elbow
but maybe we didn't, because that was that was the year that there was a brilliant summer, and it started really early, like in March, and so we train outside. So. And I got the best shape I ever been. Plus, my friend who I was living with, all we did was train, have protein shakes, eat Halo ice cream, and watch Stranger Things. So I mean, and then I was going to work every day, and so I know other people must have had a horrible time, and they probably rather forget about it.
Not you though.
But well, I was very lucky. I was very lucky because my life was very normal. I didn't lose my job. I went to work every day, getting rid of all these bikes, and then training and watching Netflix and with a friend. So it was I had a pretty good time. But obviously, going back to your question, I don't remember. I mean, I just don't. All I remember seeing on social media were celebrities saying how tough and how hard it was in their mansions by their pools. So love and shout out to all of you guys. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure. And, But
with their 30-person households.
Exactly.
And their butlers.
And their butlers and cooks probably could stay.
Literally living in a resort.
But it was I saw it as, well, there was nothing else to do, so I might as well train and eat well. And buying food was limited. So I got into the best shape of my life. I think I got down to 79 kilos, I think, or 80. Yeah, hard to believe.
Where are you at now?
Oh, sorry. I measured myself. I weighed myself the other day, and I thought I was over 100.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
well done.
98.
112. I'm over 110.
Yeah, look, I'm 110 kilos. So it was a good time for fitness wise, because I was pretty damn lean.
You were giga-chadding it.
And I was strong, which is exactly what I think looks awesome for me.
Yeah.
No, it was a really funny time, but I think that's why people probably were buying loads of bikes and really got into walking and running, because there wasn't anything else to do. That's not how your running journey career started, was it?
Not quite.
No.
I mean, there's probably certain aspects of it, which is like I started taking my running a little bit more seriously that year.
Yeah.
And then I just was running so much. And actually, I wasn't doing the intense stuff that would get me injured, that I was able to withstand doing
consistent
65 miles a week without any issue. And then we had a couple of races towards the back end of the season in like September, where I had 3 races within 5 days, and I managed to run my fastest time in each of them.
Damn, Daniel.
But I just chucked in a podcast. I was listening to these podcasts called iHeartRadio, the iHeart podcasts.
Yes, I've heard of that one.
It was just like it was just two blokes chatting about inventions of like anything, and they talked about the history of all of these inventions, like the invention of ketchup, and the invention of bread and how it was an accident.
Come on, talk about ketchup. How did they invent ketchup?
I think that's when podcasts really took off as well, wasn't it? Because then again, people at home, well, let's start a podcast.
Background noise, isn't it?
Sorry?
Background noise.
Background noise.
Background
What's that?
noise. Just having a podcast on. It's like background noise, isn't it?
No, I was just making a joke.
Oh. I like having our podcast on as background noise.
Yeah, no, true.
Don't listen to it.
Who's that? Oh gosh, who's that droning on again?
Boring.
It's me.
I've got a question for both of you. Do you guys remember doing any quizzes?
Oh, so many, mate.
Because we did quite a few. Everyone, there'd be a group of you, wouldn't there? And you would all take it in turns, either by yourself or with your couple, and you do quizzes. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I mean,
quizzes.
We had full kind of like I think every week we had a different person in our friendship group. There's like 8 or 10 of us, and on Zoom we would have one person create the quiz, and then the others. And actually, we'd drink so much in our own homes. Like, I had my birthday in the first lockdown when I was like my 19th, and I've sat there and I'm hammered, and it's like really all fun and games when you're doing the quiz.
Then you get off.
And then you log off and you leave, and I'm like, what do I do now?
Happy birthday!
I feel
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I drank a bit during lockdown as well.
Definitely did.
To I've got actually this has triggered a really lovely memory. I take it this is probably when people could kind of interact, but from a distance. But I drove past a pub, and obviously it was very closed. It was closed, and then drove down, and there were people from a kind of a distance, all drinking.
Really?
And they're not having a lovely time. I think I rolled down the window and said, "Oh, you're having a nice time, are we?" It was like, "No, I'm not the police or anything." It's I think
exactly what an
having a nice time, are you, Potter?
No. What do you got there? I'll say nothing if I can take that bottle off you. But that was so sweet. Again, it was the summer. It was little the country and everything else, and just seeing people interact again from a distance, but just having a drink, because they would be at a pub down the road, and they were.
I think it arguably made some people better at socialising, and also enjoying not using the pub as a sole way to socialise. Does that make sense? I think I've never been someone who's just been like, I'm going to go to the pub and just sit with my mates, drink a couple of mixers. I've never really enjoyed just sitting at the pub. If I'm having a lovely roast dinner or something, 10 out of 10, get me there. But my ideal Friday night is not going to the pub to sit and drink crappy mixers. And so I really, really enjoyed it when, we couldn't go to the pub, but we could go and sit outside with like a group of up to 10 people. And I'd go and sit on the Tunbridge Wells Common with a group of mates. And it was so nice. We'd have a big speaker, just listening to music. Some of us would be drinking, but like just chilling and like being able to sit around. It was like so much nicer than that, especially in the summer, because people go to pubs and they just sit like, sometimes they'll just be sat inside. It's like, come and enjoy the nice weather. You've got lighter evenings and stuff. And I just remember it being very, very nice.
It made you more sociable because you knew that you were limited on how many people, who you could see. So when you saw them, you were on form.
Really made the most out of it. For sure.
No, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know how gyms managed. I think I used to hear that gyms used to rent out. Actually, I think there was someone I knew. I think he wasn't a gym owner, but he was a PT, and he did okay because he rented all of his equipment out, from row machines, again dumbbells, kettlebells, probably a ski erg. I know how much you love a ski erg.
Only now, not back in the day.
And so he did quite well out of it. I remember on eBay someone was selling his gym equipment, and it looked terrible, like shot to hell, bidding for 5,000, and it was just a bench and some obviously plates and a bar, and that was it.
People
and it disappeared, so obviously someone brought it.
Remember, I think it was Halo Gym in Tunbridge Wells. I think it was Halo let their members and some of the PTs like used the equipment, so you could come and take it as long as you were a known
to
member.
take home.
Yeah, I think either to take home or to train outside. I think that's Harry. I'm pretty sure Harry Grippo was using some of their, bringing it up again. I think he was using some of their stuff, but that was really cool. That's why I was really jealous, because I was at Pure Gym at the time, and like obviously it's a massive like commercial gym.
Sweatfest.
They're like, well, there's no one who can take any of those equipment. Whereas like, because Halo's like a smaller kind of independent gym, it was nice.
No care for the fans and the members.
No care for the fans and members. Pure Gym.
But in gyms, I remember like they actually had tape to cordon off around every machine.
The squares.
So like you weren't allowed 2 people within that space, and like you were just in your own.
Mad.
So I think you had to book to go to the gym, and then I don't know how I suppose you had to pick a space.
We're only allowed 2-hour slots as well.
Yeah.
You can only go for maximum 2 hours.
I say for
and then pick your square, and you stay there.
Yeah.
If you want to go and work on that, not
You stay in that bloody
stay in
square.
that
And you just
corner.
have to wear, and you'd have to wear your mask, didn't you? Like from a walking to piece of equipment. But then, as soon as you're doing a set and you're huffing and puffing, you can take your mask off. Where's the logic there? Also, loved the eat out to help out, filling up pubs with people, and then the gyms were still closed when, that's probably one of the best things that you could be doing in lockdown, like staying healthy. Oh God, it was so, that really grind my gears. It's like, okay, you're going to go and let people drink loads of alcohol and put their, compromise their immune system, but you can't keep the gyms open where...
Sorry, isn't it slightly different though, because you've got people sitting down over here, they're not heavily breathing, they're not sweating. Sure,
they're massive plastic screens.
But think about those screens were better.
So I kind of get it. Why?
I think it bothered me more so with like the pubs and stuff, because obviously when people get drunk, you start to not worry about those little squares that you need to stay in, and
True.
like think about the gyms, you had to spray down. I mean, that's definitely, we were talking about earlier, kind of the spurring of like keeping gym equipment clean now, but like everybody was spraying down the gym equipment. If you like were caught not spraying it, like you were a bit of a knob, right?
Yeah, people would stare at you, saying, "You're gonna spray that down." What's wrong with you?
And I think a lot of the gyms also, like all of the staff were going around and cleaning stuff consistently. A lot of them would have like the windows and stuff open as well to get ventilation in. So I just feel like it was a little bit backwards. That like, I get that we needed to like fuel the economy, but also like, I don't know. I think it was more of like from a selfish standpoint, right? Like I just hated that I couldn't train, but people were allowed to go and drink and stuff. Like grind my gears.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's the social side's so massive that it's just making a compromise. And then, I mean, we had because I started uni like 6 months in, like September 2020. We had our freshers week. And we had households, right? So we weren't allowed to mix. So our floor, we had 16 of us. Yeah. That was our household, which is great, to be fair. Like, it's enough people to socialise. In our bubble,
Yeah, that's it, bubble.
But then literally the first night, everyone was out on the middle of the lawn, and there's like 100 people that are just just mixing. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
And
you one of
lo
those
and behold, I mean, everyone was down there. Everyone was down there.
Was that you then? Were you
I
outside?
just said everyone was down there, It was really hard not to be down there.
Were you down there?
I wasn't waving everyone to come over, all right?
Were you in the square of 100 people, Charles Xavier?
I was within my bubble who were popping other people's bubbles.
You're a bubble popper.
A bubble popper.
I thought you'd be up by the window shouting down saying, you're not supposed to be doing that.
That's supposed to be
Stop
in my
it.
mask.
Go back in your household.
But yeah, then we got COVID. So we were locked down for 10 days, a week into uni.
That was peak.
All 16 of us. I lost my sense of taste and my sense of smell. I lost it for over 6 months, I think. Maybe 9 months.
Long COVID.
And your sense of joy.
Sense of joy was still there. My sense of joy was good. But then Eat Out to Help Out was like the day, once we had our lockdown for 2 weeks, like our little mini lockdown quarantine. Then we went to Spoons, and it was like Doom bars were 99p.
Gosh.
Wow. Just go there.
You know what was really a silly thing? The NHS. So the NHS app, the COVID app that we had, right? And it had that detector of you walking past someone who'd recently been
Yes.
diagnosed with, or like had to, if you got COVID, right, you have to put it on the app. And I remember, because in my second year at uni, one of my lovely housemates had Crohn's, so we had to be really, really careful. And you know, if we got one of those notifications on the app, you've walked past someone with COVID, our household, you have to isolate for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we had to do it every single time because we had to make sure that we were really careful with Amy because we didn't know how to get ill. But like, that was a crazy concept, that app. Because you could have like walked past someone in a car park where you did not like breathe in their germs, you know. And that was just mental. We had
the exact same thing.
It
was like we were locked down 3 times in that year at uni. We had to have 3 times because at 3 different occasions, one of us had caught COVID or been with someone that had COVID.
Yeah.
And the 3rd time, it was in June, the end of our first year. A lot of us already gone back home after Christmas because it was like another lockdown or whatever. And a few of us came back because we made a decision. We were like, you know, if there are more than 8 of us that decide to come back, it's enough for like it to be worth it. Yeah. And then I remember in June, the day before our like final, like our summer ball, one of the girls out of the 16 got COVID, and everyone took a test and everyone else was negative, but we all had to isolate. And we were watching down whilst everyone was gathering. This was the point where we sat there and we were just like, yeah, they look like they're having fun, all dressed nice and going off to the ball.
Even though you were testing negative, you still couldn't go.
Still couldn't go.
Oh.
That actually sucks.
I think I did because we got a bunch of COVID kits for work, and I can't remember if the idea was to do every day or because I think they were free, weren't they? I think you could get them, and then afterwards
you could order them
pay
online,
for them.
couldn't you?
Yeah, and so I did the test a bunch of times, and I think I only got COVID once or twice, but I didn't know I had COVID, so I was very lucky. I didn't get the long COVID like your good self. That sounds horrible, but yeah, I had to. I can't remember what the isolating was then, but I think I did a week or two. Then it went away, but it's still around now, isn't it? I mean, you can still
Yeah, our body's just better.
People don't test for it. People think, it's
just another flu.
Yeah, I just had like a long flu. But yeah, I think fitness wise, that's when the online thing must have really taken off. Yeah, showing that you can get your programs and find your coaches all online. I was going to say, is that what boosted you guys? But I guess you were still at uni, so probably not.
Still at uni, I think. Barn gym kind of kicked off from COVID.
It happened during COVID, didn't it? Yeah.
Guy started. He was coaching at Risebridge.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, Risebridge at the time, and obviously that closed down. And then he had the barn, and he had some equipment there. And then he was doing kind of like online coaching sessions, and I think he just started to build up and thought, you know what, let me make a gym out of this.
I love that story.
Yeah,
it's a great story.
One,
I thought I need to ask him though, saying, would you have done it if COVID didn't happen?
Well, it's an interesting question, and you know, if he was here, we could have asked him that.
Yeah.
We'll ask him later.
We did go through. It was like really early episode. Yeah. This was maybe episode 3.
Yeah.
This is just before like even the one with you.
Yeah.
And it was the start of Barn Gym, how he had like a tiny corner of the gym. And what sort of equipment he got in, and if he had how he started building it and stuff.
I literally remember before he made it into barn, I remember the layout of the barn. There was a small room, and he literally had like a powerlifting rack, a bench and some plates and a couple of dumbbells, I think, and it was tiny. And I remember when he knocked it through and made it into like a half of the size it was like it is now, because half of the gym was still his dad's Hawaiian shirt shop storage. And then when he eventually knocked it through, I remember coming over and I seen the turf. I was like, mate, this is mental.
Wow.
And then like a year later, I came over and we had the outdoor rig. And that was when I was still at uni. And then, shortly after that, I left uni and the game and worked here. But yeah, it was cool to see the evolution of that. Like where the toilet is in Barn, it used to be a stairs to go into his flat upstairs. And there wasn't the outside
that was a
steps.
good decision. have a toilet downstairs rather than people coming up to your own.
Yeah,
that's very true.
100%.
Morning.
100%.
So where's the toilet? It's just up next to his bedroom.
Next to his kitchen.
Through that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Keep the door closed.
Yeah.
Please. But yeah, no, it was nuts.
But there were lots of challenges and stuff in COVID, lots to keep people active.
100%.
It's a lot of running challenges. It's interesting how running it took off maybe a little bit, but it's only really taken off with all of the social media runfluencers and stuff the last couple of years.
The challenges.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like it was a 5-5-5 challenge that I remember, which was like run 5K, nominate 5 people, and I think we're saying like it's the British Heart Foundation. Donate £5 to charity.
I think I did that on my whopping 12-speed no treadmill. It took a long time, yeah, I do remember doing that. I obviously didn't do it at a very, very good time because the treadmill couldn't go very fast. But yeah, I do remember that.
You were talking about the elapsed time, weren't you, Charlie? Like, people like trying to make it look like they were doing a really fast 5K.
You said this. Well, sorry, people were. What do they do?
So you know the idea of an elapsed time rather than the actual time you run on Strava.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
Maybe explain it to me and the listeners, just so it doesn't sound like I don't know what that is.
Okay, so it's a good way to do it. So pretty much you've got your like actual time that you run, like your moving time.
Yeah.
Right.
So, let's say that I start my watch, I go out for a run, I come back and it's taken me, and I'm running for 15 minutes. I'm moving 15 minutes of that. If I can decide to pause my watch and then rest like 10 minutes in and then start it again once I start running.
Run super fast again.
Right.
Ah.
And so it could, let's say I had total...
Are you allowed to do that?
Well, you're allowed to do it, right? It depends, like in a race, obviously not. Like you can't, like London Marathon's coming up. You can't just go, hold on guys, like I just want to stop for a sec. Can everyone...
2-hour London Marathon. No worries, mate.
So were people doing this when they were taking breaks and they weren't supposed to?
Yeah, so there was the prime one was Ross Barkley, one of the footballers. Played football for, I think, Everton at the time. And he ran a 15:31 5K, which is like a pretty good 5K, but not, I don't know. It's kind of, I did make like question. I was like, well, footballers, they're pretty fit. 15:30, those like pushing it. I'd expect like...
What would yours be?
That's probably about what I would run.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're an actual runner. Okay.
I'm not a 5K runner, but
so I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, fucking Ross Barkley beating me over 5K. Not allowed to have it. But basically, like, it went online. He posted it, and he's like, right, 555, done my 5K, great, 15:31. His elapsed time was like over an hour. So what he's done
was doing sprint intervals.
Is he's literally gone. He's run for 1K like flat out. He's paused his watch. He's waited until he's got his breath back. He's sprinted another 1K. He stopped again, and the 5K has taken him an hour. But he's had his watch on for 15 minutes of that.
How did everyone find this out, or was it obvious?
On Strava, you see the actual time, and then below it says total elapsed time.
And did he think no one was going to see this?
He must have been a little bit naive.
Oh man,
it's so funny, man.
Yeah, and then there was a page, Instagram page called Strava Wankers.
Was he on there?
And he was up there on Strava Wankers.
He was a pinned post.
Yeah. So basically, all these people kind of butchering these 5K times.
Right, so that went out the window.
That went out the window. So obviously, people donate to charity and stuff. That's great. I think for me, like I was doing so much running that I wouldn't go out and do a 5K. I think I tagged. Must have been an ego thing. I just tagged a run that I did, like a 10-mile run, and just went, yeah, that's 5. Cool. Like one of my good like paced runs, and I went, yeah,
legend.
I bet people will like that one. Cared.
Great banter. Great. What a joker.
What a joker.
What a joker.
For me, running at that time, obviously I was limited with my lovely, 12 speed.
Did you not run outside?
Treadmill.
You can get
out. I know you can, but no, I didn't. But
don't fancy that.
We used to run for a mile or two, and then you start your workout. It was like a buy-in. Okay. Those were the days. That was the only running I kind of did. So as fast as you could to a degree without, right, I've now got to do burpees and I've got to do cleans and, good times though.
It's really interesting though with our running club. So we kind of trained on our own for a bit, and a couple of months in, like there were no races, but we were then allowed to have the groups of 6. And I think there are a maximum of like 3 groups of 6 that you can have in a certain area. And so it was very, very quite serious. And our coach Hookway, he was very, very adamant.
Coach
Hookway.
He's Mark Hookway. Fantastic coach. Fantastic
Angel
coach.
of Tunbridge Athletics Club.
I think he was coach of England Athletics Coach of the Year last year.
Jeez, that's mad.
Yeah, he's good.
Man's committed.
He's so committed. And we basically created a new group chat for lockdown, and it's called on WhatsApp. It's just called Lockdown Group, and the group name still is called Lockdown Group.
That's so
despite it being a good 5 years after.
I think that's nice though. It's a memory. It's a time, and I think even now we always say, during the days of COVID, and then we all remember. There's still stickers on the ground outside some supermarkets which say, was it 1 or 2 meters?
Oh, mate.
This social distancing.
It's still you can still find it. It's like a bit of, I was going to say graffiti, but it's
memorabilia.
Memorabilia.
Gyms still have the COVID. A lot of gyms still have the COVID signs around, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, mine does. Oh, I need to put my hip. Sorry about this, Pirate Pete. By the way, the hay fever was really kicking in one eye.
Is that?
And there's no moisture in this eye, so I might just do this for the rest of the podcast.
Well, you must have been struggling then when you're out sitting in the fields.
Well,
with hay fever.
You know what's really funny, guys?
It's just performative.
I'm really not being dramatic. My eye, it feels like sandpaper. I lived in denial for many years that I had hay fever, and I think last year I finally accepted the fact that actually I think the reason my eyes feel like actual hell in the summer is because of hay fever. And I sometimes think, oh no, I'm getting ill, because I'll get a really stuffy nose in the evening. Next day I feel absolutely fine, and then it accumulates again throughout the day. Stuffy nose in the evening, chills out. But it's the eyes for me. Sorry guys, I look like this is a massive tangent. It wouldn't be one of the podcasts with me in it without me just talking about some random shite. But I just thought the listeners might clock me just sitting there doing this. In it, just
say, what is wrong with her?
Progressively rubbing my eye more and more.
It's like me the other day, just progressively leaning back
on my
chair.
Oh yeah, that is a funny podcast, especially me being behind the camera
just witnessing
and trying to signal to Charlie here.
Fucking chair up.
Shuffle forward because he. We're gonna.
You gotta go back to it. Like if you listen,
go back and watch it. I think it's. Was it 2 episodes ago?
It would have been 2 episodes
outside.
ago.
Yes.
And there was 2 recent episodes that were shot outside, and the first one is Charlie is slowly sinking about 45 minutes, sinking further and further into the ground. And I nearly was going to say, fine, look, I'm going to come around behind you and just push your chair for you, before I don't want to ruin the flow, but you did eventually move your chair, so it's all right.
I just get so kind of, so immersed. Yeah.
You did have your book with you.
I did have my book with
Ro
me.
was in flow state with this
journal. Here it is.
Yeah. But no, I just thought at one point, and it was a good 48 minutes in, and out of the 56 minutes that the episode was, and I just kind of thought like, God, I'm feeling pretty relaxed. I'm quite chilled.
I'm pretty laid back right now.
Yeah, I'm not sitting on the gym bench anymore. I'm just like making the most of leaning back.
My chair leg's poking in the air. Yeah. I remember looking over at you as well, and I was like, I just thought you were doing this. I thought you were like chilling like that. When people like rock on their chair, and I was like, fair enough. I saw it, and I was
Whatever floats your boat.
Fair enough. Yeah, literally, whatever floats your boat, matey boy. Anyway.
COVID. So I guess we'll end on a what sort of crazy workouts, were there any insane workouts, either follow-alongs or ones that you like created yourself? Ben, we'll start with you. During COVID, that you kind of think, like, you look back on and you go, that was pretty nuts.
I would love to give you a really crazy one, but I was, not to brag, I was doing crazy ones just before COVID happened with my wonderful PT and good friend, and
Guy Kennedy.
No, it wasn't Guy Kennedy. I'm afraid.
I'm just taking.
I didn't know Guy then, but I'm sure he would have. Probably
been equally as wonderful.
He was equally as wonderful. But
he is equally as wonderful. All worship Guy.
But as I said, I was pretty heavily, into CrossFit workouts, and as I said, with like a mile or two run at the beginning, and then doing like circuits. That's probably what I wanted to say. Right, so you're going to be on there, you're going to be on there, you're going to be on there, and I do remember doing cleans inside my the little garage I had, but the ceiling wasn't quite high enough. So I made a lot of marks, and I broke the concrete floor.
Oh my God.
dropping the weight. I mean, the whole annex shook, and I just carried on, and didn't think anything of it. And then one day I walked in, because I had rubber mat down like this. Walked in, and I kind of like dipped. I was like, "What's happened?" I pulled it back, and I was like, "Oh, we've actually made a hole."
Oh my goodness.
Dropping 60,
God,
70 kilos from above, head down, bang onto the ground for doing cleans. I then purchased from, is it MetaFit?
Mirrorfit.
Mirrorfit.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
They're crash mats.
Okay.
So I could then do it outside and not, wake the neighbours or the birds. And they're really good. They're like a proper crash
Bouncy
mat.
rubber kind of things like that.
They won't bounce. I mean, they were thick. I mean, I think I did get some which weren't thick enough, and it wasn't really absorbing. And I got some big. That's when I got
Chunky
that brand.
boys, yeah.
Some really big
Gymnastics
thick
mats
ones.
kind of things.
I mean, they were just called crash mats for barbells, but it was a bomb. And so I ended up doing it outside, because I was worried I was, mining to China. But coming actually broke the concrete floor. Yeah.
I just love to know the thought process, like not just the floor, but the ceiling. Like you did it a couple of times, and you just kept doing it into the ceiling.
I think we then decided no more overhead press because
After a couple of weeks.
because we're like banging the ceiling, and the marks are still there now. And if you are gonna, isn't it? I should know. Is it a power clean when you bring it up to here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be wrong. Sorry, I should know that. But it's been
From the bottom
it's been,
or
6
from your
years.
shin? Because
From
you've got
the
hang
from the
clean.
floor.
Yeah,
Hang
that's a
clean,
power.
but
So
power-
hang clean is from like
yeah.
here.
I mean,
Power
I did
clean is
both.
from the
But
floor.
yeah, that's right. So yeah, we
did
would
them
do
all.
both. Oh yeah, because that was part of the workout. You would go from the floor and do like 7, and then from your knees and do 7.
Yeah, hang cleans, yeah.
Fling it over to your to do a back squat, and then and then burpees, and then jumping over the bar doing the burpees.
Burpee bar,
and
yeah.
then that was. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, to answer your question.
You were already a crazy man.
I was already quite the crazy lad, kind of the Rich Froning in the making. But yeah, so that was my kind of crazy workout. So let's go with more circuit style CrossFit.
Bless you, man.
Charlotte.
I mean, I just
Bless you. You say bless
Bless
him.
me.
crazy guy.
Crazy
But,
guy.
oh yeah. Oh bless.
Oh, bless
Oh,
you.
you're lifting
Bless
loads
you
of
for
weights.
trying. Yeah, I mean,
Bless you.
tunneling to China for a
Bless
better life.
bless you with your rogue bar.
Probably not during that time.
My robot, no.
No.
No, actually, no. Not during that time.
No.
Go on, Charlotte. What's
Sorry,
your-
guys. The eyes.
The eye's gone.
The eye's
okay.
eyeing.
We're all right.
I did a lot of skipping. That was one of the other things I did. I became pretty obsessive with skipping.
With a rope, let's clarify.
With a skipping rope. Yeah.
Frolicking.
Frolicking in the fields. I did so much skipping. I'd like to skip for like an hour sometimes. And I remember when I first started skipping. This was way before lockdown, though. I moved out and lived in Copenhagen with my sister for 4 months and her family. And for a couple of months, I didn't have gym membership, and I skipped so much, like every day, that I gave myself shin splints.
No way.
I just skipped for it.
Oh my
It
goodness.
built up the shins. But yeah, then I got back into it in lockdown because it's just a nice bit of cardio, and I just thought, feel a bit fat, so I just did loads of skipping. And I used to just like skip for ages, and like I'd get near to the end, I'd just start doing like double unders. And
Nice.
You whip yourself, you're so tired, you whip the back of your leg. And it
Work
felt
harder.
it literally,
Jump.
guys, it literally felt like a punishment. I get really pissed off that I whipped myself and it disrupted my double under, so I just have to start again. You get progressively more tired.
Work harder, fool.
No, literally. So yeah, I don't think I ever did any crazy workouts. Like I didn't ever follow any of like those like the clothing things and stuff that my friends did. But I kind of made up my own stuff, and I do like circuits, like 40 on 20, of kind of similar vibe to some of the conditioning classes I do now. But Yeah, it was the skipping that was just a bit excessive, and I was like, Charlotte, you need to like chill out a little bit. Actually,
It does look awesome.
we just
skipping.
skip whipping.
I love,
yeah.
I love
cool.
skipping. Never been good at it or ever really done it.
Seems to be
But
people
people doing
absolutely
double
smash it as
unders,
well,
it just looks so cool.
consistently as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how do you do that?
You did it.
I did it. I did do it. But yeah, some people, I was like, I'd get jealous of watching them. So I'd like, and you see them when they like,
Oh yeah.
they're crossing the skipping rope.
And like a press up or something in between.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
some people do some
It's-
crazy
it's-
shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's obviously quite advanced stuff, but something like that.
Mad.
They'll do press ups, they'll do backflips, they'll do like dancing, but with skipping ropes.
Like house shuffling.
Or like voguing,
Like what?
voguing,
Yeah.
backflips.
Yeah,
All about you,
mad.
Charlie.
Mine was, I mean, my gym workouts, I just had a set of like not adjustable, but the spin on and spin off, like the metal
Oh yeah,
dumbbells.
yeah.
Right. And I think
Proper
they went
home
up
workout
to,
gear.
yeah, I could get 2 of them, maybe up to about 18 kilos or 20 kilos or something
Each.
each.
Pretty good.
Just
Dumbbells
really
or
good.
the barbells?
Dumbbells.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
We had a barbell as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was just a bit of weights. Like I was doing, a bit of there, but mainly it was running. I just ran so much. Like it makes me think, and it'll be interesting once I get back running, how I'll change my training, because I wasn't doing much gym work. I was running the most that I'd ever run. I would go out for long runs, back-to-back weeks of maybe like 15 plus miles.
Was this at uni or at home?
This was at home.
Okay,
So this was the first couple of months.
right.
That first like month, in the summer, and then ended up getting in really good shape off of it. I was doing all the training like on my own. I went out for these. Yeah, there was a run that I did. I listened to a 3-part podcast about the evolutionary benefits potential of LSD.
As you do.
Oh, your boy got high and went for a really long run.
So I was just, it was more of an experimental thing. No, I was just out. I was out there, no water, had a bit of food, and just went out, ran all the way to like Knoll Park from my side, like Tunbridge. So
The
I ran
hell,
through
man.
Under River. I got lost loads. I did this 19-mile run, and to be honest, it's made me think about all this fueling nowadays. About people obsessed with like gels and stuff.
Oh, the joke.
I ate like a slice of toast, maybe a little bit extra, a bit more than that. And then I only got to like 15 miles and I started feeling like, feel a little bit tired. I might need a bit more energy. But I was already on Tunbridge High Street by then.
You have to remember, Charles, you're a pretty good runner. You might be in that.
Yeah, but this was new for me. Like I'd never done a 19, I'd never done like a 2.5 hour run before. Like this wasn't, I wasn't
That's just
doing a
grit.
huge amount of running then. I was just out
Yeah.
and just kept doing
You're
it.
just a natural athlete.
I might be.
It's all genetics, mate. Like all your hard work isn't even a thing.
It's probably true. I should probably stop
You'll literally
training
get
then.
into. You'll literally.
Don't know why
get
I'm spending so
into-
much time training.
You'll get into Team GB as soon as you can run again. Like it's just genetics. I don't believe in. I'm
believe in hard work.
joking.
Don't believe in hard work.
Don't believe in hard work,
I
mate.
never used to
Clip that.
eat before I used to train.
No.
I used to train at 6 in the morning, did that for a few years, and all I had was a coffee and some water. And it's only now, if I try and do that, I start to collapse and feel sick. And I think it happened recently.
Yeah.
And I think it was it wasn't Guy, it was Harrison turned around and said, "Have you eaten anything?" I said, "No." Right. Well, there you are.
Yeah, Harrison's so.
But I
short
used to
with
do it. But now I can't.
Yeah,
but
you have
maybe
to be-
that's 6 years on me now.
Yeah, I think once you are like aware of the fact of like fueling.
Yeah.
Like, if I knew kind of what I knew now about energy systems and stuff,
Yeah.
I would be looking for signs of being tired, like way before 15 miles.
You might have run further
Okay.
if you'd feel yourself. Think about it like that.
Yeah.
Well, I would have run further if I fueled myself, but
3 hours.
if I did it now, then I probably wouldn't have done as well. Because it would be on my radar
Overthinking it, yeah.
of like, I should probably get tired now. It was only like, I was like, 15 miles in, I was thinking, cool, do feel a little bit tired,
Cool, blimey.
whatever. But it was fun. I'd caption my Strava captions. It would be like, just to jog to the shops or something. It was like 18 miles.
Dance.
It's like, what a
Dance.
dickhead. Well, Ben, thank you so much for hopping
Benny.
in front of the camera.
Well, thank you so much for having me, guys. It's been really good fun. Thank you.
Nice.
Hope to come again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
boy.
you know, we'll have to get you in again sometime.
Just pull you in from behind the camera occasionally, just get you on the spot. What do you think about that, Ben? Tell him in. Hold him.
Shout.
But yeah, I mean, we've also hinted at a couple of the podcasts that we've like recorded recently. I guess, you know, if you're listening to this and you haven't listened to those, give them a listen. We sometimes sit in this little studio in the gym, and then when the weather's nice and it's not too windy or, you know, overcast, we sit outside. And then I think over the summer we're just going to get some more creative spots.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to record them from the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Drip splash.
Don't lean back on your
No, it's very true.
That could be a good one, actually.
Oh my God.
Watch it, wait for it. Oh, it's gone.
Break all the equipment. But
Anyway, thank you very much for having me, guys.
Yeah.
It's been
You're
really
welcome,
my first ever podcast.
It's been real. It's been lit.
It's been real.
And yeah, thank you for listening. And yeah, join the crew by following us all on socials. Head to barn-gym.com for personal training sessions, classes, and yeah, hit follow, like, subscribe.
Remember to take your antihistamine.
Exactly. All right. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.